The Biden administration also paid Iran $6 billion to release 5 of our prisoners, didn't it?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fiery exchange that took place on Capitol Hill. Senator Kennedy didn't hold back as he grilled a Biden administration official over a $10 billion deal with Iran. The questions were sharp, the answers were heated, and the implications are huge. Senator Kennedy came out swinging, questioning the administration's decision to pay $6 billion to Iran in exchange for the release of U.S. prisoners. He asked whether this money was essentially a gift to Iran, and let me tell you, his tone was anything but diplomatic. Kennedy also brought up the issue of a $10 billion deal that allowed Iraq to pay Iran for electricity. Kennedy argued that the Biden administration's waiver of sanctions enabled Iran to access this money. However, the official was quick to clarify that these waivers actually started under the Trump administration. The back and forth was intense, with Kennedy refusing to back down. The official repeatedly insisted that the money remained in Iraq and would be used only for humanitarian purposes.
The Biden administration has operated as Iran's best friend, hasn't it?
No, I disagree completely, Senator.
Well, Iran sold Iraq $10 billion worth of electricity, but Iraq couldn't pay them because of our sanctions against Iran. The Biden administration waived those sanctions, didn't it?
Senator,
so that Iran could get $10 billion. Isn't that a fact?
No, Senator, those waivers started under the Trump administration. That money is still in Iraq. That money has never been to Tehran. It will never go to Tehran.
The first waiver was on July 2023, wasn't it?
Senator, I believe those waivers started in 2018.
The first waiver that the Biden administration did was July of 2023, wasn't it?
So, Senator, again, I believe the waiver program started in.
You didn't issue a waiver on July of 2023.
Senator, the waivers were continued into 2023.
And you issued another waiver to get the money to Iran in November of 2023, didn't you?
Senator, as I said, that money has never been, will never go to Iran. The money is still in Iraq. The money may be used for humanitarian purposes, but not a dollar of that money.
And you issued another waiver on March of 2024, not too long ago. That was 6 weeks after Iran killed 3 American soldiers.
Senator,
You gave Iraq permission to give Iran $10 billion, didn't you?
No, Senator. As I mentioned, this was something that started in 2018 under the Trump administration. It allowed Iraq to purchase electricity and to store that money in Iraq. None of that money to date will ever go to Iran. The money is being held for humanitarian purposes.
You're not telling the truth, Mr. Secretary. No disrespect, but that's just not true. Senator Menendez and Senator Scott made the point. We all know, unless you peaked in high school, you know that money is fungible. The Biden administration also paid Iran $6 billion to release 5 of our prisoners, didn't it?
Senator, again, that money is in Qatar. None of that money has been used. It hasn't been moved. And as I said earlier, while money is fungible in the United States because we care about our people, it's not fungible for the Iranians.
So the money's in Qatar, in a bank in Qatar?
Yes.
Now, what do you think? Who controls that bank in Qatar?
Those banks are controlled by those individuals who run that financial institution.
I see. So if President Biden says Qatar Bank, don't give this money to Iran, and the Qatar government says give the money to Iran, who do you think the Qatar Bank's going to listen to, Mr. Secretary?
So, Senator, those banks in Qatar value greatly their ability to have a relationship with the United States because that's how they make money.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Ultimately, if we cut off those banks, they will no longer be able to make money.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
So, Senator, while I understand your point, fundamentally, none of that money has gone to Iran, and that money is not going to go directly to Iran.
Wow, what a session. Senator Kennedy didn't hold back. This exchange really highlights the complexity of international relations and the tough choices that come with governing. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of the biggest political moments. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.